Hi, everyone. Now we're working on kind of longer questions with these coming questions. So when I have a chart like this and it's saying, you know what, here's a graph of, or here's the scatter plot above, and it's showing the pH of 7 well water samples in West Texas with respect to the bicarbonate concentration in ppm, so parts per minute, parts per million, and then you have a line of best fit. So what's going on in front of us is that we have pH relating to the bicarbonate concentration, right? Because we know that our X over here, this is the independent variable and this is the dependent variable. So we're saying that we're considering the pH levels in correspondence to the bicarbonate concentration. So basically, if I'm saying, you know what, at bicarbonate concentration of 25, I'll have a pH level of 8.2 and so on. And we can see that it's decreasing, right? So there's a negative slope going on with this graph. And now that we're making an inference. So they're saying, you know what, according to the according to the scatter plot, which of the following statements about the relationship between a well's pH and its bicarbonate concentration is true? So remember how we said the bicarbonate concentration is our independent and our pHs are dependent. Based on that, and we're saying that, pH will depend on whatever bicarbonate concentration. Based on that, I want you to pause the video, look at our options, and try and guess what it could be. Okay. All right. Now that you've paused the video and you're back with me, let's have a look at it. So the first one says a well with half as much bicarbonate as another well will have a pH twice that. Okay. So there's kind of some stuff going on here. So let's kind of break it down. So it's saying a well with half as much as another. Okay. So if I have, here's my well, and I don't know, this is what this well has, and then here's another well, and it's saying that it has double that. So it has, one is half as much as the other. Okay, so this is well 2, this is well 1. It's saying that when a well has a concentration of bicarbonate that is half as much as the other, so kind of like well 1 having half as much as well 2, the pH level is going to be twice as much. So over here, pH, so it's saying that well, this one is equal to kind of half well 2. It's saying that pH will be double of what the pH of well 2 is. So this is well 1. This is, sorry about that, that's kind of messy. Let's write it a bit neater. That's the pH, pH of well 2. So it's saying that even though the bicarbonate concentration is going to be half, the pH will double. So let's see a scenario. Let's see if that's true. So if I'm saying, when I'm looking at my X values over here for the bicarbonate concentration, it doesn't go 25 and then 50, so basically double. So I'm going to stop at 50 because somewhere in between, right? Because somewhere in between I'll go, it looks like we're going over here. There's a 50 difference. So if I'm talking about half of that, then I'm talking about another 25, which means I'm stopping at 50. Okay, so if this is the bicarbonate concentration of 25, that is half of 50, correct? So if I'm comparing the pH levels over here to this one, I'm just going to go up over here, kind of these two concentrations. It looks like, okay, so 8.1. So we're saying that well 1, for instance, is this 25. So well 1 bicarbonate concentration is going to be 25. Its pH is 8.2. And then well 2 bicarbonate concentration is 50. Its pH is 8. That looks like it's around 8.1 if we're just using what we have here. So we can clearly, I mean, from the beginning, we can clearly see that that's not the situation, but just to make sure, we can always just confirm by looking at 2 points where, it corresponds to the situation that we have. So the situation that we have over here, we can see that the pH is not double. 8.1 is not equal to twice of 8.2, right? It's not double of 8.2 is not double of 8.1, right? That is just not true. Okay, so then I say, you know what, that's not true. And then the next one says wells that have more bicarbonate tend to have higher. So more bicarbonate concentration, I can go in this way over here, kind of like as bicarbonate concentration increases. So it's saying as it increases, we have a higher pH. If that were the case, then what I had at 25 should be less than what I have at 275, but that's not the case. So this one as well doesn't apply, right? Okay, then we look at C. C says wells that have more bicarbonate concentration. So as I'm increasing in my bicarbonate concentration, I have lower pH. So my pH is going down. And we already talked about that in the beginning. We talked about how this is a decreasing slope or a negative slope. So we're talking about how it's going, the Y value, or in our case, the pH, is going to be decreasing over time or over an increased bicarbonate concentration. So this one indeed is our answer, part C. Okay. All right. I want you to come to the second part of this question. In, you know, when you're doing your SATs, you're typically going to find questions where it says, here's a chart, or here's a table, or here's a scatter plot. Use this to answer the next two questions. And this is this type of question. So please come and see me next question, where we're going to do the second part of this. And I hope this helped, and I hope I see you next video. Bye.